from this to this. 2017 BMW X3 does not have CarPlay, and today we're going to upgrade the original infotainment to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. On certain configurations of this model, you may be able to run a software update to the CarPlay module already on this model. But for this particular configuration, for this particular model, even though it's 2017, it doesn't support that. I need to add a piece of hardware, a decoder, to support CarPlay and Android Auto. And that is what we're going to do today. The unit is from RoadTop. I do not have any affiliation with the company. I did upgrade my Lexus RX 350 2017 model to CarPlay and Android Auto using the same company's product. And it has been working in the last 3 years. And so that is what I'm going to do today, to use another RoadTop product to upgrade my BMW. For those of you interested in seeing the installation on the Lexus model, I'm going to post a link here so that you can take a look. The tools you need will include a couple of panel removal tools. This job is simple, and ideally you want to use a plastic panel tool like this. Because this is metal, I'm not going to use it unless I have to. And then you will also need to take off some screws using a T20 bit. I'm going to use this to get it done faster. Now let's turn off the car and get started with the installation. First, use the panel removal tool to pry it open. And then you should be able to pull it out. Disconnect the connector to the start-stop button. There are 2 tabs on both sides. Just depress them and you should be able to pull it out. 2 connectors down there. The connector here, press it and you can pull it out. Let me show you. So in the back here, press this and then pull it out. Use a very small tool to depress the bump here, and then it should be able to slide open. You should be able to pull it out. Press, pull. So now this piece is disconnected. We can move it aside. Now we can remove the cover around the USB port. Pry it. There are clips here to hold it on. Once you pry it open, it should slide out. The same thing on the clip here. Pry the clip. Now if this is tricky to remove, put this aside. As long as it's not getting in the way, you should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's remove them so that we can take out the radio unit. 2 more down there. Oh, there's 1 more. We can take out the radio unit. There are 2 connectors, so for each one, press it, and then you can slide open, and that can be removed. Also remember, white to the gray, and black to black. The colors should match. So again, depress the back, there's a tab here, and then you can slide this over, and that will disconnect. Now you can remove it. Again, for the connectors, you press the tab in the back and then you can turn this. Put it aside. Next, we have the CD player, the head unit with the CD. There are 2 screws. Now we can remove the head unit. cover the shifter. Now we can pry on this. And then we'll disconnect this main connection harness. And you can slide it out. So be careful not to kink any of the cables, especially these two, because they are fiber optic cables and we need to reconnect them so we'll be able to use the microphone and the audio from the original system. Use a small tip of a tool or a pick. You can pry on this tab and then pull it out. Now you can pull it out. Okay, that's it. On the CarPlay module, we have the CarPlay unit, the number of cables. What we need now is the main harness. And so this should match the original. Now this is the original harness, and we want to connect this male side to the female side of the CarPlay module. This is all the way up. Push them all the way in together. And then you can start to close the clip, which is going to engage them and lock them in place. So they are connected. And then we can turn to the male side of the harness for the CarPlay. Open this, and this should go in just like the original harness. Take the fiber optic cables removed from the original harness and insert it into the back of the new harness. Now I'm going to remove the screen. 2 screws. Now with the fasteners removed, let's pull this out, tilt it. There's a cable, a wire behind it, so just be careful. Now there's a tab here, press it and then pull it out. Press it and then pull it out. The CarPlay module. Now this LVDS in from the original. Decide where to put the unit. Looks like we can place it there. In this area, we can start to route the cable. Connect the cables according to this and this to the UART. Make sure it clicks. Now from the main harness, cam power cable and audio jack that we need to route to the top. Continue to go up in between the 2 vents. CAN power cable should go into the port here. It should click. The end of this jack should go into the audio. The antenna, the camera USB cable, the most important cable, the LVDS from our module to the screen. There is a 90-degree angle and there is a straight connector. You can figure out which way works better. I'm going to go this way. Set the corrective settings. Looks like it's okay. These are for additional cameras they provide. I don't need them, so you can actually just throw them away, but I'm going to keep it in there. I'll connect the of VDS from CarPlay to the screen. Yeah, I think there's still space in the back, so this is good. Let's put this back down so that we can give it a test. Now reconnect the two connectors. Yeah, push this all the way to the back, and then push it in, and then you can engage it. This tab is at the bottom. The connector for the stop button. Okay, good. Once everything is connected, start the car and you can enter the CarPlay system menu by long pressing the menu button. Pair your iPhone with the CarPlay Bluetooth, and once it's connected and granted permissions, it will enter the CarPlay screen. A few tips on system settings. First, turn off the transmit BT status prompt to avoid the constant alert when it's not connected yet. Second, my preference is to keep the car's original Bluetooth connection for the audio. Select Use Car's BT channel, and on iDrive Media, select your phone's Bluetooth as the audio output. This way, you will have seamless audio between Siri, music on your phone, voice guidance for maps, and everything else. Finally, you can activate Siri or Google Assistant on the steering wheel, but make sure Enable Wheel key is turned on. Give it a try by long pressing the voice control button on the wheel. Take me to the Peace Valley Park.
You'll need to turn on location services for that. Want to turn it on just this once, or while using Siri? One option I see is Peace Valley Park on Creek Road in New Britain Township, a little more than 2 miles to your north. How about that one?
Yes.
Getting directions to Peace Valley Park using Google Maps.
This RoadTop module supports both CarPlay and Android Auto, but you can only use one at a time. That is, when you enable Android Auto, it will ask you to turn off the CarPlay mode. Overall, this upgrade is relatively straightforward to install, and so far, it works very smoothly with both our iPhones and the Google Pixel phone. I appreciate the support of existing Bluetooth connections for audio output in addition to the aux output, and having on-wheel button control is great. I hope you found this video to be helpful and informative. Feel free to post a question or comment below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to Professor's Garage. If Professor can do it, you can do it. Stay dirty, stay safe. Until next time, may the Lord bless you on your journey. 平安。
Turn right onto Creek Road, then you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived.